Hunter x Hunter 343, Leorio and Karupika are going to the Dark Continent. This is awesome. This is very exciting. And the excuse or whatever. It's for politics. It's for this. Yeah, okay, whatever. It all sounds awesome. One side note. Cheadle, to me, seems very Karupika kind of like personality. I wonder if Cheadle is also a conjurer. I don't know why. The looks are not similar. It just seems the personalities, for whatever reason, to me, just comes off the same. Moving on. Ging and Pariston. Whoa! Okay. Now notice something. As much dialogue, all this massive dialogue that we've had, which I've actually really loved, there's an entire page of them just kind of, you see the outside of the building and then them just kind of staring at each other. A whole page of no dialogue in this super dialogue heavy, right, Hunter x Hunter, nothing. And then we go to the next page. Okay, and let's just get to it. Wow. I mean, here we go. Pariston. When I am hated by people, that is when I feel happiest. And then I want to tear apart and inflict unimaginable harm to the things that I love. And you see this mutilated doll and this stack of razor blades, and it looks like blood splatter. And you see all this damage and everything around there. And it is, I mean, it freaks you out. It's like, holy cow, you know. I mean, sometimes, you know, when people open up, there's some scary stuff in there. And Pariston absolutely is, whoa! But, okay, but something very important. There's a huge difference in someone that everyone has problems, everyone's messed up, everyone's different or whatever. But when someone is ashamed, or when someone is trying to hide who they are or whatever, that's problems. That's a lot of problems for people. When they embrace, even when they're really messed up, when they completely embrace who they are, it's empowering. It can be scary for the people around them, but it's empowering. And it's pretty clear that Pariston is like, but it's really, but is that really all that strange? I wonder. And Ging's like, yeah, you're completely out there by conventional standards. So he's like, you're absolutely nuts. And then randomly we get Random Thug wants to ask a question, and Random Thug gets worked over by Ging. And this really what this really helps to do is open up the dialogue, okay, for Pariston. And the whole thing, Ging is trying to show his authority at this moment. And what do you see? This really gets me. The first panel, okay, Pariston's going to respond to who's in charge here, and it's like Pariston as a doll, passive and sitting by the wall with a nice little flower deal on the hair. And, oh yeah, this is crazy. And he's like, ah ha ha, Ging-san. Number 2 would be me, of course. And Ging is kind of like, you know what? Let me just read this. Even if you were spewing blood or getting your head stomped in, you would still be laughing from your stomach. And if you were to kneel, it would be from your heart. And what panel do you get? You get Pariston looking and humming, like in the song symbol. So he's loving. He's like, oh gosh, that's a fantastic image for me. You know, I'm almost surprised he hasn't popped a ball gag in his mouth, you know, in or something already. I mean, so they kind of understand each other now. There seems to be some understanding. So Ging understands that yes, and we don't know the abilities of Pariston, but evidently beating something out of Pariston isn't a negative to him. So that isn't. So Ging's already saying it wouldn't really be, you know, I would just be giving you what you want, basically. All right, that was crazy. Like I say, the imagery along with it was off the hook. Karupika's got a new look, right? He's got the suit and everything and all that kind of stuff, and that was different. And then we've got the cow guy. He's law enforcement, right? Zodiac, he's law enforcement. Hunter X Hunter guy. So he has a timeout card, which I found very amusing. But it makes sense. It goes right along with, you know, the whole idea of him. It isn't to kill these guys. It's to bring them in, right? To restrain them. So that worked out pretty good. And then he gave the little thing about, hey, you want some coffee? I got my own milk or something. He makes a, you know, cow joke as he goes in, because, you know, people are thinking that. So it worked out pretty well. Something that I'm going to say something. Karupka isn't over. I mean, it's obvious. The whole thing going crazy, going into red eye mode when anybody talks about his clan and what happened. Look at what happened to Gon. You know, revenge. This is it isn't just an anime thing or whatever. I mean, Togashi's already shown you revenge just doesn't end up in a good place. And if something doesn't happen to Karupika, it's going to be bad. It may even be that he finds out something. The son has him, but the son may not necessarily be a bad person, right? Or may even of wish that the thing didn't happen. I don't know where this is going to go. I haven't been able to second guess it because Togashi's mind is somewhere else. But I can just tell you, if something doesn't happen, Karupika is going to die. And this is what revenge does. This is exactly what revenge does, and it's really, I really like this character, but you know, that's the way it looks. I want to say, well, you know, fourth prince, whatever, you're going to die. You know, you're going to get on this boat for 2 months. A lot can happen in 2 months. A lot can happen in 2 months. And you're just going to get taken out, and he's going to get the eyes back. But as we know, things usually are not that simple. So hopefully Karupika doesn't go the Gon route and destroy, you know, and just gets destroyed by it. So anyway, so we got 2 months on the boat. Oh, another thing I want to go ahead and bring up is the idea of Pariston was like, okay, we have an alternative method of getting, you know, a foreign way of getting there in an irregular route, but we will get there before the Zodiacs, right, and before Beyond Netero gets there, and we'll capture it. It's interesting that Pariston wants to stay on the legal good side of the V5, and I wouldn't be shocked that he doesn't just want to take on Beyond, that he might want to take out the Zodiacs. That doesn't go above and beyond what I think. And we got to remember, he's got these ants somewhere. He's got ants somewhere. So it isn't. It's going to get crazy. It's going to get very insane. And who knows what, you know, we're going to get to see some characters. Also, the whole thing of Kite's development. As a chimera ant and everything is, I can't help but think Kite is going to end up in the Dark Continent because they just develop so fast, and we'll definitely have to go ahead and see that. Well, anyway, that was it. I love this. There's some, you know, the hangout is already scheduled, you know, and I'll put the you know, the links down below. If there's any problem with the links, please tell me. And this Thursday, we're gonna do, you know, unless we need to change the day, we'll go ahead and do Hunter x Hunter, and then Naruto, as we've always done, will be on Fridays. But gosh, I mean, I could just go through. There's other mangas you can just kind of go through. This is just, oh my gosh, I have to keep going back and rereading it. It's just that amazing, even if there isn't that much action. But wow, Ging really kind of piled it on there. All right, well, anyway, see you there, and until next time, take care.